Urbanization is not often heard of when talking about environmental problems. And well, just in case you haven't heard of it, it is defined as the growth of a city and population. And at first, this doesn't seem like an environmental problem. Definitely didn't seem like one to me. While it can be hard to explain why, it's easier if we put it through a hypothetical situation. So, let's say you live in a country where main mode of transportation is by driving. That would automatically be the US. That's a big one, right? Let's say you live in a city instead. That's also very populated, such as Denver. You're going to be seeing a lot of cars downtown, in the highways, freeways. People are getting to and from work, made to school, to other places. Let's say that suddenly Denver's population grew from 2 to 3 million, grew about 2 to 3 million people in size. That's obviously a lot of people, right? And at first, the main effect of this really is just going to be, oh, there's a lot more people on the road, there's a lot more people outside in public. All right, that's, again, obviously doesn't sound like an environmental problem. But when you think about it, each person is going to be driving their own car, right? They need to get to work somehow. And public transportation might not be the best idea depending on where you live. So it would be around 2 or 3 million more cars on the road. That's obviously way too much. And well, again, this is first going to seem like, oh, there's just a lot of traffic. I won't be able to get to my destination in time. You gotta remember that it's more than that. When there's more cars on the road, there's going to be a lot more pollution, a lot more CO2 emissions, which then lead to lower air quality, which then lead to respiratory problems, cardiovascular problems, eye, lung, and throat irritation. And these can obviously be very scary effects based on the person, based on the individual. Obviously, a younger or an older person will be much more affected by this than someone in their 20s, probably, someone in their 30s. And this is the problem of urbanization. When there's too many people in one city, in one area, their collective actions can damage the environment. But obviously, we can't really stop people from moving into cities, right? We can't really stop them from choosing where to live. So how is a problem like urbanization solved? There are actually many solutions already, even if they're not effective. They're already out there. One that you're going to see is public transportation. Public transportation can help mitigate the effects of urbanization, such as the traffic. That's the main effect we will be focusing on. Obviously, buses are being driven around each day, so you might as well get rid of your own carbon emissions and just take the bus somewhere. If you don't want to take the bus, you can take a train. You can also take an electric scooter, electric bike, or if your destination is close, you can even walk. Another thing you can do is carpool. That one's an easy one. If you live near some coworkers or some friends, you can carpool to your destination, and that would easily cut the carbon emissions of many individuals. But of course, this is a country where the main mode of transportation is driving, and a country that's constantly growing as well. What if you have to keep driving? What if not driving is an option for you? Well, another way you can help is with education, educating other people in this topic. Spread awareness of how urbanization is affecting the environment. Again, the main point here being traffic. There's going to be a lot of traffic, air pollution, and then the health problems. Remember, there are millions of people in the US. If you can't stop driving, that's fine. But to actually solve this problem, we gotta educate everyone and hopefully inspire them to take action against this problem that most likely can't be stopped, but can definitely be slowed.